In this video, I'm going to be revealing 5 stocks that I believe have a massive potential to grow in the future. So what I'm going to be doing is, I'm going to run through those 5 stocks and explain and talk about them. And I'll also show you my personal investments and how much I've invested in each one. And also, if you stick around to the end of the video, I've also got a really great up and coming new company that really has the potential to go massive in the future. So make sure you stick around for that because it could potentially make people a lot of money. And also, as we go through the video, if you've invested in any of these companies which I'm going to mention, make sure you leave a comment below, or if you think they're shit, then don't be afraid to leave a comment about that too. And also, please hit that thumbs up button as it does really help a small channel like mine to grow. Now, in my last video where I explained what to do if you had £5,000 in the bank, I explained a number of different investment opportunities, and one of the things that I mentioned that I was going to be personally investing in next is something that I believe now is a great time to invest in, and that is investing in the future. Now, I think this is a great time to be investing in these 2 things that I'm going to explain. And the first one is the Metaverse. Now, you've probably heard about this lately because it's been in the media. There's been a lot of YouTube videos about it. And I certainly think that there's a lot of potential for companies to make a lot of money and a lot of growth because of the Metaverse. Now, if you don't know what this is, try to sum it up in basic terms. It's to do with virtual reality and creating virtual worlds and a persona online where you can deal in things via virtual reality. Now, this also opens up a lot of opportunities for companies. For example, you could sit at home with your headset on and you could browse around Selfridges, for example, or you could sit in your living room and you could be in the middle of a 90,000 crowd concert at Wembley or something like that. And it really does open up a lot of opportunities. I definitely think we're at the start of a new era and there are a lot of opportunities going to be coming our way. And you've probably also heard that Facebook have actually changed the name of the company to Meta, so they're definitely diversifying and heading in that direction. So I'm going to be looking at investing in certain companies that could take full advantage of the Metaverse and all the technology surrounding it, such as virtual reality, the 2D, 3D technologies and the interaction technology that's involved to create all of the software that's required for the Metaverse. And the next thing that I'm going to be investing in is renewable energy. Now, there's no getting away from the fact that the world is definitely going greener, and there's this new phrase, the green industrial revolution, and I certainly think it's going to have a massive impact on everybody, and there's going to be a lot of companies that take full advantage of this, and you will see growth far bigger than we've seen with certain technology companies. And it's also been said that the world's first trillionaire will actually come via renewable energy. Now, I'm not exactly sure how that will come or what company it will be, or maybe there'll be some new form of renewable energy, but we'll definitely be looking at some companies, and I'll be investing in what I believe to be up and coming strong companies that can provide a lot of growth. So the first company I'm going to be looking at is a company called Unity. Now, this company operates in real-time 3D development platform. Its platform provides software solutions to create, run and monetize interactive real-time 2D. Sorry, I had to stop the video there. When I was editing the video and giving this analysis on these companies, it just came across as really boring, and I'm certainly not here to bore you. So what I'll do is, instead, I'll quickly run through the 5 companies. I'm going to be investing £2,500, which is £500 in each of these 5 companies. If you want to do a full analysis on each one, then that's entirely up to you, but I'm just going to give you a brief description of each one and why I'm investing in them. So let's dive straight in. So the first company is called Unity, as I've just mentioned. The positives are the revenue is forecast to grow 23.56% per year, and the revenue grew by 42% over the past year. It has a really healthy balance sheet, and they're also set up in a prime spot to take advantage of the Metaverse and the technology surrounding it. However, there are some downsides, such as Simply Wall Street have their stock actually overvalued at the minute. Also, there's been a lot of sell-off from inside the shareholders, which is never a good sign. but the company is forecast to grow, and I do believe that this type of technology will be helpful in the future, especially for things surrounding the metaverse. So this is the first company that I'm going to be investing in, and that is Unity. Next up is Meta, which was formerly Facebook. Obviously the positives, they're in an extremely healthy financial position. The balance sheet is really, really good. Simply Wall Street had these valued actually well below their fair value price. So there is a lot of room to grow. Now this company is definitely moving forward and advancing in the virtual reality space. Even on the description of the company, it says the Facebook Reality Labs segment provides augmented and virtual reality related consumer hardware, software and content that help people feel connected anytime and anywhere. So they definitely believe this is the future, and it's certainly a good idea to hold stocks in this company, because if it does take off, then I can only see the value of this stock going up. So Facebook obviously has a good past growth and past performance. The financial health is extremely good. There are no debts. The balance sheet's very healthy. There has been sell-off, as we've seen with a lot of companies lately. However, I wouldn't let this put me off. Therefore, this will be a company that I'll be investing in. So the third company that I'll be investing in within the metaverse sector is called Immersion. Now Immersion, they create and design and develop licenses and haptic technologies that allow people to use their sense of touch and engage with and experience various digital products. Now this is particularly helpful in the metaverse, because when you're wearing your virtual reality goggles and you're strolling around or browsing something, you can actually bring something that's physical in front of you and bring that into the virtual world, so to speak. Now some of the positives of this company, it's trading at 93.1% below the estimates of Simply Wall Street. So they think that the fair value is 93 times higher. So that's definitely a plus for us. And also the company became profitable this year. A couple of negatives. The share price has been volatile over the last 3 months, and there's also been a lot of sell-off again by shareholders. However, this is a relatively new and up-and-coming company. The share price is really cheap, and I believe there's a lot of scope for this company to grow quite considerably. Therefore, I'll be putting my £500 into Immersion. So moving on to the renewable energy sector. Now my first investment within this sector is going to be in an income trust. Now this income trust is called SDCL, and they invest in energy efficiency projects. Their share price is increased gradually over this time. There was a dip during the start of the pandemic, as with most companies. However, it has started to recover and is on its way up again. Now another positive with this particular income fund is obviously it pays a dividend, and that dividend is currently around 4.8%, which is a good little income for us. And also the company's earnings and revenue history is good, it's on its way up. Financial health, again, very good. Another positive that I like, the insider trading volume shows that shares have been purchased within the company rather than a sell-off like we've seen with the previous one. So that's definitely a positive, and I'm actually quite excited to invest in this trust, and hopefully I'll see it grow over time, as well as providing a good income from the dividend. So finally, on to my fifth investment, and this is the one that I mentioned at the start that has the potential to grow massively. Now you've probably not heard of this one, but I personally wanted exposure to hydrogen. Now although this company doesn't produce hydrogen, it does help other companies to produce it. And the company has announced that it's working with a familiar name in the fuel cell industry called Plug Power. Now, Brookfield Renewable will provide the renewable energy sourced electricity to Plug Power. If this works out well, then we should see Brookfield Renewable doing quite well for themselves. Therefore, I believe that now is a good time to invest in them while the stock's really, really cheap. According to Simply Wall Street, their current price is 43 Canadian dollars and the fair value price is 170. So as you can see, it's well undervalued, and the future forecast for the growth is actually really high too, at 79.4%. The balance sheet, however, not quite as good as the other companies. The debt to equity ratio is quite high at 115.9%. However, the company does pay a dividend of 3.52%, which is good, gives us a bit of an extra income. So simply based on the fact that this company has a lot of potential going forward, especially with renewable energy and what it can provide in the terms of helping other companies with hydrogen production, and the fact that it's trading well below value, and the forecast is forecast to grow 12.28% per year. I think this is a really good stock to have a punt on and just to keep your money in for the long run. So this is my fifth and final stock that I'll be investing £500 into. So there you have it. They're my 5 stocks that I'll be investing in for the future, and these are certainly investments that you should keep hold of for the long run. Don't touch them, don't sell them if they go down in value, because more than likely they probably will dip and throw and the market will be volatile. However, the reason we are investing in these is because we believe that the technologies and everything surrounding these stocks will come fruitful in the future. Therefore, I'll be keeping my money in these companies for the long run. Now, I hope you enjoyed the quick video, and please hit the thumbs up button if you did. And also, please feel free to leave your thoughts and your personal investments, or what you believe to be a good stock pick, in the comments below. And I'll catch you soon.